If you are an employee and work for a company, get a W-2 form at the end of the year. You will need to complete Form W-4 so that your employer can withhold the correct federal income tax from your pay. Consider completing a new Form W-4 each year, and when your personal or financial situation changes. If you are switching jobs and haven't done it recently, you'll see that the W-4 form that every employee has to fill out in order to determine the amount of taxes that are withheld from each paycheck has changed. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, says it has revised the form in order to increase its transparency and the accuracy of the payroll withholding system. You can find a W-4 form simply by searching it online. I will put the link of this form in the description below. This video is only for information, education, and entertainment purposes. Please click the like button if you like this information and subscribe to the channel. I will give you step-by-step information in the next few minutes on how to complete the form. It's a pretty simple form, and you can fill that out in under 5 minutes. If you look at the form, there are 4 pages. But the form itself is only page number 1 that you will need to fill out. The rest of the pages will include instructions and worksheets. You can download this form and fill it out directly on your computer, and then print it out or print out and fill out just handwritten. Step 1. Enter personal information. The form itself is Employees Withholding Certificate. As it says, complete Form W-4 so that your employer can withhold the correct federal income tax from your pay. Give Form W-4 to your employer. Your withholding is subject to review by the IRS. Form consists of 5 steps. Only Step 1, which is your personal information, and Step number 5 are mandatory. Steps 2, 3, and 4 are optional. Step number 1. Enter your personal information. Step 2. Multiple jobs or spouse works. Step 3. Claim dependent and other credits. Step 4, which is optional, where you can add other adjustments. And Step 5. Sign here. Let's start and look into each of the specific steps. As you can see, it's very simple by design. Step number 1. Enter your personal information. In Part A, you will have to fill out your first name and middle initial and your last name. And then in Part B, you have to provide your Social Security number. So as an example, we will write down Joe Smith and then Social Security number. You want to make sure that your name matches the name of the Social Security card. Then write down your home address, street house number or apartment, city, state, and your zip code in the section I have shown you here as an example. In Section C, you will have to pick your filing status, your tax filing status. If you don't know, you can refer to prior, your tax return, and check. It could be single or married filing separately, married filing jointly, or qualifying surviving spouse. And the third option here is head of household. I will use single or married filing separately in this example. Complete steps 2 to 4 only if they apply to you. Otherwise, skip to step 5. See page 2 for more information on each step, who can claim exemption from withholding, other details, and privacy. If you skip to step number 5, and you're not going to complete steps 2 through 4, your withholding will be based on your tax filing status that you have mentioned. Step 2. Multiple jobs or spouse works. You will only need to complete this step if you 1. Hold more than one job at a time, or 2. You are married filing jointly, and your spouse also works. The correct amount of withholding depends on income earned from all of these jobs. You will need to do only one of the following. A. Reserved for future use. B. Use the multiple jobs worksheet on page 3 and enter the result in step 4, C, below, or C. If there are only 2 jobs total, you may check this box. Do the same on Form W4 for the other job. This option is generally more accurate. For the most married filing jointly or with 2 jobs, if there are only 2 jobs total, you can check this box. This may not apply to your situation. In that case, just leave it blank. Complete steps 3, 4, B on Form W4 for only one of these jobs. Leave those steps blank for the other jobs. Your withholding will be most accurate if you complete steps 3 and 4B on the Form W4 for the highest paying job. Step 3. Claim dependent and other credits. If your total income will be $200,000 or less, $400,000 or less if married filing jointly. Multiply the number of qualifying children under age 17 by $2,000. So let's say if you have only one child, use $2,000. If you have 2 kids, put $4,000. You got the point. Now if you have any other dependents, any elderly, or anyone else that you support, you can get the dependent credit. Multiply the number of other dependents by $500. Add the amounts above for qualifying children and other dependents. You may add to this the amount of any other credits. Enter the total here. Step 4. Other adjustments. Now here. Other income, not from jobs. If you want tax withheld for other income you expect this year that won't have withholding, enter the amount of other income here. This may include interest, dividends, and retirement income or something along those lines. You add that amount in this box here. Next one is deductions. If you expect to claim deductions other than the standard deduction and want to reduce your withholding, use the deductions worksheet on page 3 and enter the result here. For the most simple returns, it would be 0. You can consult your tax accountant or your employer's payroll department if you have any special situations. If not, it would be 0, which is very common. Then lastly, your extra withholding. Enter any additional tax you want withheld each pay period, which will be a dollar amount that will be additionally deducted from your paycheck every time you get one. Step 5. Sign here. You have to sign it. If you don't sign the form, it's not valid. So make sure you sign it. Make sure you add the date as well. And that's it. You are done. This is how you fill out IRS W4 form. If you're starting a new job or your family situation changes, you got married or you had a child, I highly recommend you update your Form W4. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video and it was helpful information. If yes, then click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video.